Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video here on the Fortitude Investing channel. What a weekend. I hope you bought the dip because there was, I think, 1.1 trillion wiped from the stock market / crypto market. I think we saw XRP get down to about $2.72. Bitcoin down to less than 113,000. Everything kind of dipped, right? Like everything was massively in the red, right? And then Monday morning rolls around and then bam, all the money's back. Okay. Interesting. So the stock market rebounds and yay, everybody's happy. And then now there is talks of more rate cuts coming in September, which is great. If you own assets, of course. But to the normal working American who does not own assets, I mean, it helps, but it doesn't make you rich, right? Even if we had 0% interest rates, the majority of people are still going to go out and take loans for, refinancing a house, buying a house, getting a new car, whatever it is, right? Maybe a boat, right? It's nice outside. But what I'm starting to see is that more and more people get stressed for so long that they can't spend all of their or any of their money, and they're forced to live paycheck to paycheck, and then almost living off of a hope of the next rate cut or the next stimulus check or the next pay raise, the next tax break, right? Do you start to see a pattern in this cycle? We are stressed, living below our means. We can't buy anything nice. Then whenever we need to get an upgrade, right? We want to buy, go from an apartment to a house or buy a new vehicle, right? Or get something fun that we would love to enjoy, right? Then all of that money just goes right to that, and then you're back in the same loop over and over and over. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating to see so many people just not understand. It's like, how long do you have to keep going through this cycle to realize that you're never going to make it out by just doing this over and over and over? It's like, come on, get your shit together, right? Live below your means. Save some money. Put some money away, right? Buy some Bitcoin. This past weekend, man, it was like a discount aisle, right? Going to my favorite store and everything's discounted. I'm like, oh, bought a bag of XRP, bought a bag of Bitcoin, right? Awesome. When I talk about Bitcoin, and I feel like when I hear a lot of conversations about Bitcoin, it's always about, well, if I put this amount of money into it, I don't know how much more Bitcoin would go up. I'm not going to make a lot of money. Stop right there. This is not an investment where you are trying to make 150x your money next month, right? This is not an investment where you're putting this in and then bam, it hits big, right? And I've got a bunch of money. This is not what this is for, right? This is meant to be an asset, an appreciating asset, right? It's going to continue to go up in price, right? But it's not meant to, triple or quadruple in a year, right? At least right now. Even getting 50% is incredible year on year. So what does this asset do, right? Well, let's look at any other asset, right? Home prices don't triple, quadruple in price every year, right? They appreciate, right? Maybe it's by 10, 20%, okay? Same thing with real estate, with farm ground, with anything that is an asset, right? The whole point of it is not to make money off of, how much you put in, right? This is used as a leveraging tool. So don't think of Bitcoin as a direct moneymaker, but more of a tool to help you, right? We're investing, but we're also trying to make it in this world, right? How else are we going to, go out and buy real estate or farm ground or rentals, whatever the case may be, right? You know what you want to invest in. This is a tool, right? It's a valuable, very valuable tool, very valuable asset that you can leverage with, right? So if the banks start accepting Bitcoin, right, to get money tax-free from the bank, then you can use that to build a business, maybe invest more money, buy some real estate, right? This is a wealth building tool. This is not a get rich fast. This is not overnight wealth. This is long-term wealth building tools. I wanted to get that out of the way because I feel like I see so many people who are like, oh, I don't want to invest into Bitcoin because it's so expensive and I'll never be able to own a coin. That's not the point. It's not the point of this. This is not the point of Bitcoin. The point of Bitcoin is, well, for one, it is, it's a DeFi system, right? But it's also used as a leveraging tool, okay? To where we don't have to sell our Bitcoin to go buy the real estate. We can leverage our Bitcoin, right? So if we leverage our Bitcoin, we get tax-free fiat currency to purchase whatever we want to purchase, right? And that Bitcoin stays in holding until the payment is paid off from the bank. If the Bitcoin can beat the hurdle rate of the interest rate, right? So if I take out a loan using my Bitcoin, right, and the interest rate is 5% year on year. Well, if Bitcoin has appreciated 50% in value, well, that leaves 45% on the table to help pay back the rest of the loan and the interest, right? Because all we got to do is beat the hurdle rate of the interest rate to be able to make money here, okay? Bitcoin is a wealth building tool. I want to ingrain that into everybody's mind. This is not altcoins. This is not the casino. This is a tool for you, for the people, to buy, to leverage. Of course it's going to appreciate. Of course it's going to go up in value. That's how assets work. That's how a commodity works, okay? Do not look at Bitcoin as a way to invest and then exchange back into fiat. Look at it as a tool to get fiat tax-free, because we don't have to sell, so we don't take capital gains tax on our Bitcoin, and then we leverage our Bitcoin to go to the bank to get tax-free money. So we just avoided two major tax implications. I have nothing against altcoins. I have nothing against the meme coins, but I want you to understand what Bitcoin is. It's no longer a invest in it and then it goes from $500 to $50,000, right? That's not what this is anymore. Okay? This is not for somebody who has $1,000 on the sidelines, who just wants to, here's my $1,000 and in 10 years it can be this. Maybe, right? But if you want to build real generational wealth, if you want to have wealth for the families that come after you, this is a tool that can help you, 1, build a business, 2, retire, 3, or even real estate, right? That's the whole point of this. This is not meant to get you rich. This is a tool for you, okay? I just wanted to get that out there because I feel like there's so much FUD around Bitcoin because everyone's trying to just get rich quick. That's not what this is for. We're here to build wealth. We're here to grow as an ecosystem. You can't just expect to 100x your money on a meme coin and then not just go and blow the freaking money and be like, come on, guys. This is a slow process. I think on a 5 and 10 and 20 year time frame, not 5 to 10 days. Okay? Focus in, lean in, and understand what you're investing and why you're investing into Bitcoin. I just want to say thank you guys for listening, for watching. I appreciate your time, and I just want to say thanks. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out.